Okay, good morning all. In our today's class, we are going to see the verb and its different kinds. Normally, we all know what are verbs. Immediately, we will say that it denotes the action and all. But it has lot of types also. Why do we need so many types means it involves into various activities or it reflects various characteristics. As such, we are going to see the types which we already know, but specifically we will not categorize as such. When I say action verb to start with, it is describing the action what we are doing. For example, now I am talking with you, so you will be telling that you are talking. Talk is the term which describes the verb in that sentence. And when we come to linking verb, the term itself tells you that it connects something. Here it connects the subject of the sentence to that main action. So between that main verb and a subject, you need a certain link that is framed as a linking verb. For example, if I am telling, you will be very much fond of telling, I am going ma'am, I am watching ma'am, like that and all. No. Where you are telling that I am watching, this am is itself a linking verb to tell you the action, watching, which is at present, at that moment, going on. So if you connect that, if you want to have in your mind of that linking verb, you can immediately remind of that present progressive sentence. Then coming to auxiliary verb or helping verb, the term itself tells you that it comes to help, and it will help that main verb while framing tenses. So when I say this, you may get a doubt, what is linking, what is the specific difference between linking and helping verb, because linking is also coming to connect something, the subject with that main. Here also it comes, but here when it comes, your focus is on tense. To clarify the types of tense, this linking verb will coordinate with main verb. And coming to this modal verb, modal auxiliary, we would say, there it has possibility, probability, all such request, all such feels and moods will be expressed with the help of certain verbs. That will be discussed in depth to you by our Professor Jabneel in detail. And then transitive verb and you have intransitive verb. Transitive verb need a direct object to pass over. For example, if I say, normally we will say Rama killed Ravana or Shyam kicked the ball. So immediately this word kill pass over to Ravana and the kick is being to that ball. When you have that verb has something to, the subjects of the verb has something to connect with that. The action of the verb indicates something else, then it is of a transitive verb because it transfer or it pass over to some other thing, so to say object. So if it demands an object to complete its sense, then it is transitive verb. Intransitive, just an contradictory one, doesn't require a direct object. For example, if I say I am in sound sleep, here I am not passing over anything to. It reflects on my or the doer itself. So it doesn't require specifically of no object to. And coming to phrasal verb, which is of a very, we can even say tough area, and also it is of a catchy one in our communication. To be very brief and to put it in a nutshell, whatever we want to say, we can bring in that. And to decorate our writing also, we can bring in that usage of phrasal verb. It is a combination of particles like a preposition and adverb. Sometimes it can be with one itself and sometimes both will function in a sentence. For example, kick off, take off, get rid of, if I say such. It will not give that get has basically one meaning. That direct meaning will not be applied there when I say phrasal verb. It goes on to connect you for different sense. So you will not be confused with that little meaning of that get or take. Take off means the flight take off within few seconds. That means it is going to start. But when you simply say take, you are lifting something. So it has a contradictory meaning. So you should not confuse literally with the take as when you get in a separately that verb take. So that because it has a specific connotation, it has been termed as phrasal verb. It would be very nice to bring in writing. It will make our writing very brief as well as rich also, as I have already told you. In regular verb and irregular verb, the name itself, I mean, from all such name itself you can easily find out. It's a very simple thing only. Regular verb means which will be modified into its. For example, if you classify the verb into tense, if simple present is talk, automatically will say talked as past, and past participle is also talked. But you have to be very clear when will you that talked become as a participle and as a past. That when you join in a sentence with perfect nature or it is progressive, we will be coming to know the difference between the participle of that talked and the past of the talk. In that verb itself, you can add ed. Simply to say, if you add ed, then you will create a participle as well as past tense of that particular present verb. It will not undergo any change in its shape. That is regular. When it undergoes a change in its shape, for example, sing, sang, sang, do, did, does, or the like go, went, gone, that and all irregular verb because it undergoes certain change. Drink, drank also. In that structure itself, it has been, you cannot simply add either d or ed into that. You have to totally alter it. So it is called as irregular verb. And coming to this final one of finite and non-finite, I think I won't cover 10 minutes because it is very brief today. Finite and non-finite verb. When I say finite, something which is finite, it is complete in its. That has been understood. Here, that verb should definitely undergo or depends on number, tense, and a person, how many involved. All such would be bothered about of this particular verb. So, in that case, we would say finite verb. For example, that all the time confusing one, present, simple present, that is in third person singular, does, sings, the same if it is in the first person or for singular or in the third person. We won't use that plus s along with that verb. Why should we? That verb demands which tense it is, what is the number we have taken, and how it has been going to. So when you are going to bother about that time, number and the person, as such the verb gets modified in its shape, so it is finite. This non-finite will not bother about a person or a number or a time, such, so it is non-finite. It cannot be restricted under certain rules and regulations, so it is non-finite. In non-finite, we have three, that is infinitive, to plus a root verb, that is infinitive, that is to come, to go, to take, to sleep, like that. Then gerunds, which in associating with the noun indirectly reflects. Walking is a good exercise. If I say walking is not a progressive verb or a participle there, it is a gerund. So gerund. And participles, both present as well as past participle, will come under non-finite only, because that is present participle a verb plus ing and past participle a verb plus ad is going to be it is not undergoing any change according to these terms, that is time, number and the person involved in it. So it can be divided, it will come under, though it is participle, it can come under non-finite verb. So by knowing all these differences and its application in a sentence, we should create a proper and simple sentence, without which we would be all the time confused. I want to brief with you. I hope it would be clear to you. Thank you.